Good morning, everybody. My name is Sunil Chopra. I'm a councillor in London Borough, Southwark, which is in near Tower Bridge, London Bridge. You might have seen or heard about it. I'm the first Indian origin councillor in London Borough, Southwark. And in Southwark, we got less than, well, I'll say now 2% of Indian population in Southwark. And I'm very fortunate to become a first Indian councillor and then become the mayor of my borough. So it's a great honor that I got elected in a borough where we don't have many Indian people living. So God has been very kind. And I'm very delighted and honored to be here today on this platform, which our dear friend Alka has started. And when she mentioned to this, I really got touched because I had my personal experience about isolation, depression, and how people feel when they live alone. And I remember when I moved to this country, nearly I think about 41 years ago. So I was very active in India also in school time, college time. I was president of my college and university and actively involved with NSUI. So I was very active all the time. So after doing my law, I came to this country and then I realized it's like a sweet prison for me. So it was a very different sort of emotional experience to me. And I had a few friends in Delhi and literally I used to phone them every day or every second day. Even though phone was very expensive in those days, but this shows how much stress and how much pressure you are under because when you're living alone, and especially when you leave your family and friends and come to a new country. So sometimes picture is very rosy for some people, but if you come from a background where you are involved or actively working, it's very different emotional stress and emotional pressure on you. So as you know, this is I'm talking about when we are young, and you can imagine when we grow old. So we come to a different phase in life. So when you're old, then you are depending on a lot of your same again like your young life. You are depending on your family, friend, brother, sister, wife, husband, whosoever you're related to, and children. And in this country, children are very busy on their life. And back home, we were taught we are like a family. But here, as soon as children get married, is their family. So they're only concerned about themselves or their children. So it's a new way of living these days, which is called nuclear family. So when we are old, so you have seen a lot of people, it's happening in Indian culture as well, that we're still trying not to put our people into care home, but it is happening now, which is unavoidable. So when you're living alone, there's a lot of stress, mental stress, emotional pressure, and you feel very lonely, isolated, and feel depressed, of course. So that's why you can see a lot of problems NHS is facing because people are depressed, lonely, staying at home, and then they have to go to GP, then they have to go to hospital to do this. So this is the underlying problem, I'll call it. So which many people don't understand. So we have to see people like Alka or their group or all the volunteers, those are coming into this set of thoughts and discussion, how we can help people, especially BME community. Of course, they are helping local resident as well. It's not they are ignoring them, but they are more concerned about the BME family. The reason being, we always brush this issue under the carpet. So we don't discuss. Parents don't discuss because they are scared their children might chuck them out from the house. They might not look after them. They might not, sometimes you're financially dependent on them. Everybody's not rich enough to look after themselves. So they are very worried in case I talk about this to my family, friends, neighbor, even to social worker. So my son, my daughter may not support me. So people are very, very worried about all this issue. But I'm glad that she is bringing this issue openly, and at least we are talking today. And I hope we can talk more about this in future. But then we have to find a way out how we give confidence to our elder people, because tomorrow I'll be elder, so I will need this support as well. So I don't want to be scared when I'm more older, when I'm not capable of doing things myself, then I'll be depending on my family. How we can support ourselves. So this is the confidence we have to give to everybody whom we know. But at the same time, they need some sort of confidence from us that they should feel safe. They should not feel like they should not be scared, basically, in very plain English. They should not feel scared. And this is the confidence we have to give. This is where Alkaji, you comes in, your volunteers comes in, and I'm so happy that you have taken this platform on and you're trying to make a change in our society.